You're in a pinch. Maybe your car broke down or a medical bill just hit your inbox and your credit score isn't exactly prime. You've probably seen NetCredit pop up in your search, or maybe they sent you something in the mail. They promise fast cash and flexible terms. But would using them be a smart move or a massive mistake? Today we're breaking down NetCredit personal loans and lines of credit. First, let's talk shop. NetCredit isn't a traditional bank. They're an online lender that specializes in non-prime lending. They are owned by a publicly traded company called Enova, which also owns CashNet USA and On Deck, among other brands. NetCredit actually has two different credit options: personal loans and lines of credit. While both products are designed for people with lower credit scores, NetCredit's personal loans and lines of credit function very differently in terms of how you get the money and how you pay it back. When you borrow a personal loan, the full amount will be deposited into your bank account. Their personal loans range from $1,000 to $10,000 for terms from 6 months to 5 years. 5 years is much too long to hold one of these loans, though, because they are expensive. Their APRs range from 34% to 99.99%. You will have a set monthly or bi-weekly payment, a set term length, and a cap on the total interest that you will be charged. You can make extra principal-only payments that will help you pay the loan off early and save on interest. But paying extra doesn't change your monthly payment amount. A line of credit is open-ended. NetCredit will approve you for a total credit line, usually somewhere between $500 and $7,000, although they will only approve top applicants for $7,000. Most who are approved will likely have a maximum limit of $4,500. That maximum is the most you can have out at any one point, but you can pull out less than that. You are only charged on the amount that you draw. As you make payments, your outstanding amount drops, and so does your required minimum payment. So you will not have a fixed monthly payment. It will depend on how much you have out at the time. You can draw additional funds from the line of credit as long as you keep under the total credit line. NetCredit's line of credit does not charge an interest rate. Instead, they charge two fees. They will charge you 10% at the time of withdrawal and a statement balance fee, which is charged at every statement, again, either monthly or bi-weekly. The statement fee is a set amount based on how much money you have out. If your period is twice a month, your statement balance fee will be between 3% and 5.5% of the outstanding amount. If your period is monthly, your fee will be between 6% and 11%. When we calculate it out, their line of credit is a bit more expensive than their personal loans, so you are definitely paying for the convenience of an open line of credit. If you take out a payday loan a couple of times a year, using NetCredit's line of credit would be a better option. But you don't want to get into the habit of carrying a balance when you don't absolutely have to. Remember, NetCredit is expensive, so make sure that you are using the convenience of the line of credit to your advantage and not letting that convenience keep you in debt. If they are expensive, why would you use NetCredit? Well, they will approve people with poor or bad credit. They don't just look at your credit score. In fact, they may not look at your credit score at all. They will look at information in your credit report, employment and income information, and information in your bank data to evaluate whether to approve you and for how much. The pros of using NetCredit is that you can often get funded within 24 hours. They can check your rate without doing a hard credit pull, and they are more likely to approve you than other mainstream lenders. The cons of using NetCredit include that they are expensive, that they don't accept cosigners, and they charge fees on late payments. Before you hit apply, here's your game plan. Check your rate with several lenders first. Every lender has a different algorithm. Another lender might give you a significantly better offer. And don't overlook your credit union. Some of them offer loans as alternatives to payday loans. Look at the total cost of credit. When you receive an offer, don't just look at the monthly payment. Look at the total amount you'll pay over the life of the loan. If a $5,000 loan costs you $11,000 total, ask yourself if there is any other way. Make a plan to pay it off as soon as possible. Since there's no prepayment penalty, use every extra tax refund or side hustle dollar to kill the debt early. If you can, make extra principal payments in the first few months of the loan. The earlier you make extra payments, the more money you save on interest and the faster you can pay off the loan. An extra payment in the first few months of the loan is worth more than twice the same payment would be in the last few months of the loan. One of the best ways to check your rate with up to 40 lenders at the same time is to go to our lending marketplace page at the Yukon project. When you apply to any one of our featured lenders, we will automatically check your rate with all of the other lenders in our network. Our lenders use a soft credit check, so applying won't hurt your credit score. We will show you all of your approved offers so you can be sure you're getting the best deal that you can in your situation. So let's get down to brass tacks. Is NetCredit a good lender or not? Should you use them? Whether you should use them will probably depend on your particular circumstances. If you absolutely need to borrow money to avoid a financial catastrophe and are being denied by lower cost options, NetCredit may be your next best option. But they are expensive. So even if you do take one of their loans, you need to pay it back within a year. Even if the term is 5 years, the interest will accrue so quickly that the loan will eclipse whatever financial disaster that it was meant to solve. And don't let the convenience of their line of credit make it too easy to borrow money. If you find yourself drawing money and paying down the balance regularly, you might fail to realize that you have never fully paid off the original draw. You might find yourself in perpetual debt at high interest. NetCredit might just be the thing that you need to stop a financial fire, but you need to be careful that it doesn't lock you into a cycle of debt. If you've used NetCredit before, please leave a comment below. Tell us how it went and whether you would do it again. Your detailed experience might help someone else know whether they should use them. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us out, and we appreciate it. Thanks for watching.